Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Virtual Wrestling United. I guess it's kind of a state of address, is the best way we can put it, boys.
After what happened at
Pretty much.
we were gonna have to have this sooner or later.
That is true.
We've been tired, we've been worn out, we've been slowly recovering from the work that was put on Prestige, and to everybody that supported what we did with Prestige and made the show one of the best that we've ever had, thank you. Thank you to all those who worked on the festival. Thank you to everyone who watched the show. Thank everybody for that. You guys made this Prestige better than the last one, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. Even though we had a few hiccups along the way, that's perfectly fine because you guys made this 110% about the people. And speaking as someone who runs the People's Global Wrestling, that's pretty damn cool. So, with that being said, I think we have a few things to announce. I did kind of drop a bomb before Prestige, the Most Wanted tournament.
Right.
Go ahead.
And how it will have 128 competitors.
Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate on that.
Well, let me clarify. The first round is going to be kind of a break it down situation. The first round will consist of, I want to say, 32 fatal four-way elimination, falls count anywhere, no disqualification, no count-out matchups. Because if you can survive that type of match, then you get to move on to the single elimination second round, third round, fourth round, and the semifinals and finals that will be taking place at the Most Wanted CPV this November.
That's how VWU does it.
It's a survival process.
Now,
Well,
we
we did
do
with
have
this.
a majority of the competitors selected. I mean, let's talk about some of these guys that we got in here. We got fucking Takeru Yukimura, Roman Reigns, Duncan Vermill, El Navino, some of the top 128 of the top names, plus some returning legends from all over the world of virtual wrestling.
I mean, I hear the likes of Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels are going to be in this.
I hear the likes of Michael Myers are going to be in this.
Also,
No, there isn't no DQCAW.
you also got a couple of world champions in there as well. You know, you have Dovahking.
Indeed. You get talk about TPGW. Matt Farrow's going to be in that. Zahiah, Luca Khan's going to be in it.
You're damn right he's gonna be in there.
You got the ace of the junior heavyweight, Sly Cooper. He's going to be in that as well. Along with...
You've got some of the best of the best in it, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
The best of the best.
Recent Call All-Stars inductee, CJ Hawkins. He's going to be in it.
You also got some, like, the most violent individuals in this tournament as well. I mean, Gundam Tanaka's going to be in it.
Oh, God.
Casey Gordon, Mark Butcher are going to be in it.
Duncan Vermill, I know you already brought him up, but, you know.
Nathan Vaz.
Yeah, there is a violent man in personified.
Lee fucking Brown is going to be in this thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think even the Heretic's going to be involved.
I hear Goldberg is going to be involved.
Make sure we don't tell Matt Riddle that.
But regardless of the fact, that's just the Most Wanted tournament. We do have one male CPV coming up before Most Wanted, and that is, as traditionally now, the first VWU show after Prestige, and that is Virtual Wrestling United Insurgency. Now, boys, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this right here. This is where we actually start to announce the big big matches. Now, given what has happened, I think it's only fair that the people who wanted prestige should get opportunities, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the main prestige card. So with that being said, let's see. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Prestige.
We'll give you 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kenny Omega defeated John Blackos. Goldberg defeated Jason Voorhees. Takeru Yukimura defeated AJ Styles. Dominator defeated El Navino. And Tommy Ventura tapped out Danny Jackpot. Those are 5 individuals who are quite impressive, if I do say so myself, for their actions. Don't you think?
They're all names in their own way. They're all well known around virtual wrestling. They're all, like stars.
Well, I'm going to throw 5 of them and one more who will be revealed at a later date inside the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, good God.
And the winner will advance to VWU Most Wanted to challenge for the VW World Championship.
Lord have mercy.
But speaking of the VW title, last time I checked, Malik has got a few defenses coming up.
That he does.
And I think Insurgency is the perfect opportunity for him to defend against somebody who he hasn't faced before. Or if he has faced, he hasn't faced in a very, very, very long time. Which is why I think it's only fitting that we go ahead and announce this match. I know he lost, but the VW title is worth the prestige it brings. So, Malik Brown will defend the VW World Championship at VW Insurgency against Danny Jackpot.
Ho, ho, ho.
Damn.
Well then.
A legend looking for another reign against quite literally the best in the VWU.
That's, of course, if he makes it through Vin Taylor.
Which is easier said than done, considering what he's got to go for. At Redemption.
Yeah.
He's got to get past the Charles Manson of virtual wrestling again.
So winner will face Danny. But the question is, will it be Malik or will it be
Vin Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Plus, you talk about title defenses coming up. Let's talk about Extreme Tony defending at CCL Undisputed.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because we know there's going to be a different stipulation, at bell time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who the opponent is.
Also, you got to think about this. Extreme Tony's condition. I mean, if you think about, last time we saw Extreme Tony on Takedown.
Oh, he got destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And, Tony with the schedule, he also keeps in XGWL and all that.
Well, regardless of the situation, you know what I see for Insurgency? Whether it's Extreme Tony or his opponent that advances? I see tables. I see ladders.
God.
I
And
see
you see
chairs.
Oh my God.
And I see Nitro challenging.
Ooh.
Ooh. I would say that's a fair name considering Nitro's, history. I mean, if you look over if you look in CCL, he's one half of the tag champs. He's been the hardcore champion there for how long now?
Mm-hmm. Which,
5-6 months?
Which, by the way, there's one map. If we got an elimination chamber, we got tables, irons, and chairs. Guys, we got to go all out for Insurgency. Show that VW is not only not slowing down, but we're going to get bigger and badder than ever. And there was a match that I, myself, created that I would like to shill onto this pay-per-view.
You do that
Go ahead.
every time we're on this.
Go on.
So for the first time since Revolution 4. Or I should say, actually, for the first time on a VW show since Conspiracy, we're going to have ourselves a Last Man in Hell match.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Fuck's sake.
Well, someone's gonna die.
Because we saw what happened at Prestige, and we've seen what's happened in the past, and I think it's time to rekindle and end a feud all in one freaking go. Which is why the Last Man in Hell match at VW Insurgency is going to be Casey Gordon versus Mark Butcher.
No.
That's for...
Damn.
These two men have had one of the biggest blood feuds in virtual wrestling.
For years now, those two have not been able to settle their differences. Mainly it's because either one of them's injured or the other one's just in another company.
You remember, like, I know we're heading, into Redemption in a couple of days, in Dallas. Remember Redemption last year? It was known as when, what do you call it? It was known for the thing that were Mark Butcher dropped Casey Gordon on his head with an inverted power driver on concrete.
That's
Put
right.
Casey out for months.
So, with that being said, let me sprinkle a little Heart Gold Championship on this. Now, we all know Ray Geddes is the champion right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one hell of a championship win. That championship just gained massive prestige just from the Raging Redneck winning it. No pun intended. Still, I think someone deserves their one-on-one rematch. Which is why it'll be Ray Geddes defending the VW Heart Gold Championship at Insurgency against Marcus King.
And there's still some bad blood there.
There's still that pent-up animosity there.
But what about the tag titles? Blackout 2.0 are the tag team champions.
Yeah, they are.
And we could see the Samoan Kill Squad go against them again. Or we could see someone who not only won Prestige, but helped save all of Virtual Wrestling United.
Ooh. Go on, I'm interested now.
So therefore, with a partner of his choice, Blackout 2.0 will defend the Tag Team Championships against, as I said, a partner of his choice, and that person who gets to choose the partner, the Pandoran Psycho, Landkrieg.
Oh, good
for
Jesus
fuck's
Christ
sake.
almighty.
Oh, God.
Landkrieg choosing a tag team partner. Who knows what madness we're gonna get?
Do you know what you've done with this, MTV?
Do you know what I'm
He
about
has-
to do?
Go on.
Well, you see, I'm rewarding Landkrieg for helping to save Virtual Wrestling United, but what about the other five? Jamal Bedlam, V-Pac, Bowser, Captain Falcon, and Roman Reigns. What about them?
I don't know. What about?
Well, I'm all about rewarding the victors. So the five of those men will compete in a 5-man pinfall and submission battle royal to decide who goes on to VW Most Wanted to challenge for the Heart Gold Championship.
Oh wow, huge opportunity.
Now, of course, this is not the full card for VW Insurgency. And I do believe there are more than just the male demographic to speak about here. We also have the female demographic. I mean, we got Queens of Wrestling 5 coming up, for Pete's sake. There's...
Not only that, we have the next Queens of... Like, the tournament's set to be, starting to take place. It already started, at Prestige 2.
Yeah.
But we're going to have multiple Queens of Wrestling live episodes coming out soon. Coming up soon, we'll be going through the tournament. But also, Queens of Wrestling has its next special event coming up right before Queens of Wrestling 5. That being, and yes, I am trying to pronounce this name right, Quarter of Silence. And as we know for that show, we already have, 2 matches booked already. One being a last woman standing match between Rowdy Reiko and Asuka Kasama. There's near enough a full year's of bad blood there, like months, guys.
Right.
Set to be settled. And then the other one, and this one is coming out of Prestige too, is the Queens of Wrestling title match. Hannah Brightly, who shocked the world, shocked everybody, by winning the Queens of Wrestling title, takes on Madison Starr, who has her shot from defeating Elizabeth Preezer at Prestige 2.
Yep. And I know we heard this past Friday on Diamonds that Holly Harris made a fatal 4-way tag team match to decide the next contender for the Queens of Wrestling tag team titles. So I think it's only fair. And she said I was going to announce them. So I spent all night, the past 24 hours since Diamonds went off the air, toiling over which tag teams would get the opportunity. I toiled and I toiled and I toiled. And for the record, this match will take place at, what was the show called? Hit Kid?
Quarter of Silence.
This will take place at Quarter of Silence. And the winner will advance to TPGW Olympus. I would say Queens of Wrestling 5, but I know D-Wall's got his plans. So with that being said, let me tell you these 4 teams that will be competing at Quarter of Silence for a shot at the Queens of Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Okay.
With whatever members they choose, the Bombshell Club.
I like it. And the best thing about that is there's a possibility of 4. Which two will get the call in a sense to go ahead?
After defeating June Tiger in a one-on-one match, Eddie Mack gave me this idea. Samantha Hart and a partner of her choosing.
Oh dear. That could be a whole list of names. 2 pop into mind immediately.
Yep.
Team number 3?
Well, I thought long and hard about it, and I came to a perfect realization that if we're going to have a match this big, we need to capitalize on one of the biggest movies of the year. So with that being said, the 3rd team will be kind of a joint brand team.
What are you getting on about?
The team of Black Widow and Captain Marvel, the Avengers.
I love it! 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 Hey, what do you know? An upgrade for Black Widow of a tag partner.
I hate you.
Widow gets an upgrade on the tag partner department.
I wouldn't call this an upgrade in any sort.
I would, considering who her former partner was.
Let's not forget, Black Widow won half of the first ever Queens of Wrestling Tag Team
A
Champions.
literal piece of white paper would be a better partner than Captain Marvel.
You are so disrespectful. You are legitimately so disrespectful.
But about that 4th team, And this is someone who I've always wanted to see compete for the Queens of Wrestling Tag Team Championships. And I hope Brady's listening, because life is strange this way.
No!
It gets better for Zahiah!
It's Chloe and Max.
Fuck!
Arcadia Bay ass kickers, baby! One of the best teams in virtual wrestling, former ACL Lioness Tag Champs, current DCA Wildcats Tag Champs. I'm thinking of that whole incident what happened at First Light. So hey, you're salty.
Shut up.
Well, that's great because you're not gonna. Well, you probably are gonna like what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, hey, D-Wall. Go ahead.
D-Wall
See,
is doing this.
MTB might have made that fatal 4-way contendership match for the #1 contendership for the Queens of Wrestling tag titles, but he never said anything about who Skyward Twilight was going to defend their titles against at Quarter of Silence. Now, did you, sir?
No, I did not.
Oh, no.
Why don't you go ahead and inform us?
Oh, I will, because I think you remember Insurgency from last year. You remember how great that was, but I think I can do one better. Because at Quarter of Silence, Skyward Twilight will defend the Queens of Wrestling tag team titles against 2 women that actually fought at last year's Insurgency, and at Conspiracy, and at Serenity. That's right.
Oh my god.
It's going to be Skyward Twilight defending the Queens of Wrestling tag team titles against Destiny Williams and Christy Montero. And the winners of that match will face the winners of the Fatal 4-Way match. And a 3rd team at Queens of Wrestling 5.
Wow.
Well,
And that 3rd team is a team that I think should get a shot. I think it's a team that will get a shot. And I think it's a team that no other team in the entire virtual wrestling world can be able to say that they've beaten.
I know the team you're on about.
Yep.
And it's
I'm going to go ahead and announce it right now.
It's overdue.
I'm going to go ahead and announce it right now. At Queens of Wrestling 5, it will be the winner, whoever the champs are, either Christy and Destiny or Skyward Twilight, versus the winners of the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match at Quarter of Silence, versus the Rave Slayers for the Queens of Wrestling Tag Team title.
woo, mama!
It's overdue for the Rave Slayers, considering now they're reunited. Let's remember, this
They've
was
never been beaten.
This was a team which were the Wildcats Tag Team Champions until an injury, which forced them to vacate the belts. They were never involved, because of the whole incident, what happened due to the injury, and then the chaos that happened.
And they never lost.
They never lost a match as a tag team.
But my question is, how is that going to play out?
I guess we'll have to see now, aren't we?
Especially with the recent history between both members of the Rave Slayers.
Well, I said it back at First Light. This Rave Slayers you've got now is not the Rave Slayers everyone wants to know. Holy hell, are we loading up these shows?
Are you
Oh yeah, did I
serious?
forget to mention to tell you that Queens of Wrestling is going to be 2 days this year? Oh yeah, that's happening.
Oh dear.
No shit.
There's a bomb.
Wait, what?
2 days.
Oh.
We're doing a weekend.
Yeah, they told me I can't do a festival. That's overkill, and I was like, okay, fine. It's not in the budget. I understand that, so I guess I have to do 2 days.
Well, speaking of filling up cards, I just got an announcement from TPGW Men's General Manager Keanu Reeves
What?
for Insurgency. That following the events of TPGW Fury, there will be an 8-man tag team match.
Go on.
It'll be Pantheon's Rex Titus, Smokey, JC Wolf, and Aaron Wilkins taking on Matt Farrow, Dante Styles, John Blackos, and Midoriya Deku Izuku.
Ooh.
Wow, that'll be a match. That's a stacked 8-man tag.
I'm not certain that unless there's anything else Queens of Wrestling the D-Wall wishes to announce, I believe that's all we've got.
I think we're good here on D-Wall if you don't know.
Did I forget to mention that it is official that Akira and Tara are going to fight at Queens of Wrestling 5? I don't think anybody talked about that yet.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Really? You're just gonna casually drop that?
I think that's one way.
Well,
That's
Whoa.
a bit of closest out.
and there is one thing that might interest D-Wall that I just got a message about. And it has to do with TPGW Diamonds.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
On the next episode of Diamonds, Crystal Marsh is going to announce when she's cashing in the Queen's Gift.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's big.
What happened? I didn't catch that.
Crystal Marsh is going to announce when she cashes in Queen's Gift.
Oh, good. That's great because there's going to be a Queen's Gift match at Quarter of Silence also.
Oh my god!
I thought you guys said there weren't any more announcements.
Just because ZCW isn't represented at Queens,
I-
just because ZCW isn't represented at Queens of Wrestling because you couldn't get off your fat ass and do the paperwork like Mac Waters actually did, just because doesn't mean you have to go and shit on me. All right, why don't you go ahead and do us a favor and get FWA going, which is my show anyway. So
Well,
why don't you go
actually,
ahead
I
and
do
do that?
have one more match to announce for Quarter of Silence that I just got a message from Holly Harris about. After what happened on TPGW Diamonds, it did seem a little bit unfair as to the outcome of a certain one-on-one match. And regardless of the outcome of Call All-Stars, this match is going to happen. One-on-one, Elizabeth Parisa versus Celeste Amira.
Whoa, what?
Oh, she's gonna die!
I think that's the distinctive sound of Zahiah's stock dividends going even further down the.
There goes Zahiah's cash cow.
Hold on a second.
Zahiah's cash cow's gone.
I didn't say
Hey, Zahiah.
I didn't say anything.
Hey, Zahiah, look. Hey, Zahiah, look.
Zahiah, Elizabeth
look.
Parisa
Just
is
because-
an active
just
member of the TPGW Diamonds division. Therefore, Holly Harris can make this match.
You can't do
Plus
that.
on-
You can't just make these decisions without
Plus
me.
on top of
Actually,
Plus-
yes, I can
plus-
because you don't have controlling interest of TPGW.
yeah, you don't have any. Yeah, you don't have any jurisdiction.
got
much like
knocked-
much
you
like
got
much like the
knocked out.
fact. Much like the fact that not only did I knock your ass out at Revolution 4, but I also knocked about $15,000 out of your paycheck because of the fact that
But
Parisa
tell you
hasn't
what,
wrestled
I
a
feel
match
bad
on
about
Wildcats in
this
months.
being
So.
this bombshell being dropped on you, Zahiah.
Wait a minute. What did
Zahiah,
you
tell you. No, wait. Let me finish, and this will probably be the last one. Zahiah, I feel bad about this bombshell getting dropped on you by Holly. So, I'm officially hiring you back as a commentator for the People's Global Wrestling. Congratulations.
Well, well, it's about time that you guys realize that you need my voice.
So
Hey,
there.
Please tell me there's. Please tell me
Zahiah,
there's
let
a
me- let me-
caveat to hiring him back.
let me tell you something, Zahiah. That $15,000 I took from you because you refused to let Parisa wrestle on Wildcats. That's coming out of the FWA budget also, because that's my show and all that. So, I want to just go ahead and let you know that, buddy.
Great.
So that show you're doing, that I want you to know that's partially mine now. So actually it's been mine, but it's on the
I think we
it's on the
should throw
paperwork.
Zahiah a little bit more of a bone than that. Because there is one championship that I do believe isn't being defended yet at Quarter of Silence, don't you think?
Oh, you mean the well? There's two more. But go ahead.
Well, I'm referring to the Soul Silver Championship.
Oh, you mean the Quake?
Yes, the Quake.
Yeah, the
was
Quake does
probably
need
gonna have to bring
the
this
Quake
one
does
up.
need the Quake does need an opponent, and I think.
Well,
think
I since Zahiah is going to be watching the death of Elizabeth Preza, I think that he should watch the possible rise of a talent that he hasn't pushed enough. Don't you think?
Well, I mean that could be anybody. I mean, I can list a bunch. I can list like 20 people on the top of my head.
How
that
about
he
Alexis
hasn't
Boone?
pushed. I have to. Let me get a call to. I got to call Carmen for that because she's SRW exclusive now. So I mean that's going to be.
True, she does more over there.
Yeah, she does more over there. I mean, she's fucking killing it over there, from what I've heard. But
Well, if she's killing it over there, then certainly she deserves an opportunity at the Soul Silver Championship, don't you think?
yeah, I mean, of course she does. But I mean, I think there's some other people that deserve an opportunity as well.
Well, maybe perhaps we could have ourselves a contender match at
I mean, we could, but
I would
that's
kind of
what
like to see the Quake get it, considering she runs her mouth so much.
But here's the thing about that. There's already a contendership coming up that's called the Second Chance Tournament out of the Queens of Wrestling Tournament. So
that is true.
There's gonna be a decisive contender for the title. But I do have an idea.
All right. What do you got?
I do have an idea. I think there's a certain somebody that's been on Twitter lately that's been kind of claiming she's going to be one of the best on the planet and all that. So I figure, why not give her a shot? She had a big year last year. She's having a big year this year. I think we should just go ahead and do that. So instead, so we're going to do the Quake versus Alexis Boone versus Cora.
Woo!
Yes!
For the Soul Silver title at Quarter of Silence, because
Enjoy that, Quake.
There is
she's
more.
Gonna be there anyway. So
I think this will be the final match that we'll announce for Quarter of Silence. By the way, not this one, not this triple threat, but one more, because there's somebody who came oh so close to winning that Queen's Gift of Prestige that didn't. Isn't that right, D-Wall?
Yeah.
So, I think it's time for a little bit of Long Island Iron Woman versus Rowdy Ronda.
Oh
my God!
shit.
That sounds like a plan. Let's see here. Crystal Marsh and Ronda Rousey. Is that what you're going at?
That's what I'm going at. It'd be a great practice for women if she cashes that Queen's Gift.
I mean, considering the fact that Ronda's got to get ready for that 4-on-4 coming.
Oh yeah, that we forgot about that. AMS Academy versus the Horsewomen.
Yep, that's happening at Queens of Wrestling 5.
I think that this is a perfect opportunity for Crystal to get that blood flowing and Ronda to get that blood flowing as well. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the VWU State of Address. Stay tuned for a whole nother year of Virtual Wrestling United. And we'll have confirmed matches for you in the days to come. I've been MTB the HKK here with D-Wall, Hit Kid, Downtown Jason Brown, and Zahiah Morgan. See y'all later. And remember, the future is unified.